friends, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Fort Worth Roots. You can find Fort Worth Roots on all of your favorite streaming platforms, and we also have videos associated with this on YouTube. Just look for Fort Worth Roots. It's Pandora, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, on and on and on and on. It's just Fort Worth Roots. Same with social media, Fort Worth Roots. Our website, fortworthroots.com. Our email, media@fortworthroots.com. It's easy to find, super easy. Today's episode is the first time, it's our inaugural live recording in front of a studio audience every Tuesday, happening at McFlys Pub. And we're doing it this next Tuesday. It's actually tomorrow as I'm recording this for you right now. But what we're trying to do is get these recordings in front of an audience and have a good time. It's a great evening for community. Typically, it's going to start at 6. Excuse me. It's going to start at 5, and it's going to go to 7. We're going to have a new guest every week. This week, we've got Jordan Davis and her team coming out to do a recording. And if you want, you can talk to them about real estate. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But we are going to have pizza there for you. Great drinks there at McFlys Pub, and just a really cool Back to the Future theme bar, 1980s vibe, pool tables, and all sorts of fun shenanigans. So this week is going to start at 4 and go to 6. And usually we're aiming for 5 to 7. And then immediately after that, Tommy Luke will take the stage. And so it's just a great time to come out. And Fort Worth Roots Podcast is going to be putting this on, like I said, weekly. Our newest sponsor is purplewebconsulting.com. And these guys are putting together a new version of our website. I want you to go check out our website now so you can see how just very basic it's been over the years. It's fortworthroots.com is the website. And you can find all of our sponsors' information there by going to the Trusted Sponsors tab, clicking on it, and it's got hyperlinks to everybody's stuff. But it looks like crap. So Purple Web Consulting's getting in there. They're going to make it more functional, streamline it, make it look better. And we're going to have an events calendar on there. So instead of me putting out all these videos and you got to go through all of my Instagram stuff to find out what's going on, now you can go to the website, look at the events calendar, and pick what day you want to come to a thing. I think that's going to help. So that's Purple Web Consulting. They're literally just now getting started. I rushed him. I was like, I need details now. And so he sent me this. It says website design and hosting, e-commerce integration, digital strategy, and consulting. And our guest today out there at McFlys Pub, that we actually recorded this last Tuesday, is Jeff Zero. And you can find him online, Instagram. Go to Instagram and look for Jeff Zero Music. That's where you'll find all of his content. And he saved the day. We had another band that was scheduled to play, and they all got sick. So we had to cancel that. And 911 called Jeff, and he was nice enough to save the day. So thank you, Jeff. All right, that is enough talking out of me. Thank y'all so much for being here, and let's start the show. Fort Worth, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Fort Worth Roots. We got Jeff Zero in the house. We are at McFlys Pub for our Tuesday live audience recording. And how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, Andrew. I'm feeling good.
I'm a little fish out of water right now. This is it's abnormal, but it's got good legs.
That's what she said.
Okay,
I think
right
we're
on.
supposed to. That's the appropriate answer to everything. No, man, it's 2025. You know, it's a new year. It's exciting.
And this is the first recording we've done in the new year. So good on you for bringing that up.
Oh, right on.
I don't know. I feel like we've been here for a month already. It's just one thing after another. We had the McGrath project scheduled for today's inaugural Tuesday at McFlys series, but they all got sick, every single one of them, and so we had to reschedule. And I text Jeff Zero at like 11 o'clock this morning. I was like, dude, 911. And he immediately called me and immediately scheduled to come out here and save the day. So thank you for being out here, mate.
Well, always, man. I always like being on the show. I like doing whatever I can do to help out the Fort Worth Roots podcast, because you help out Fort Worth. So
thank you, buddy. Thank you. You got any new material? I know you're at Cloudland a lot lately. It seems like you're getting ready to
Yes, sir.
do some big things.
I had So I released a solo single on January 1st called "Stupid and Dumb." I thought that would be the appropriate way to kick off the new year.
And I've got it. You sent it to me. I love it. And Cloudland, big pat on the back there. They did a great job mastering that for
actually, no. I recorded that.
oh, no.
Yeah.
What have I done?
Denver Williams has a small little studio.
That's right. Okay.
We did
good
that.
job, Denver. Sounds amazing.
And then I have another single, a Jeff Zero single that'll be out on the 10th called "One Bomb Over Hiroshima." It's kind of an electronica thing.
Oof.
I did that all myself. And then Jeff Zero in his own private universe is going to have an EP, 4-song EP. We were doing that at Cloudland. Mm-hmm. And then my good buddy Roy Davis.
Roy Davis.
You
gotta say it like I said.
Roy Davis. He's got an EP. He's got by the middle of February, I will have 5, 4, 9, 10, 11 songs in January released.
Will you do me a favor, and for our folks listening at home or in their car, can we hook up your device, or can we pull it off of YouTube, your new song?
Yeah,
so that people can listen to it.
It's on YouTube.
I mean, I know you sent it. Where did you sent it to me, so I should have it.
It's on YouTube and Spotify and Apple Music, or all the things.
Where did you send it to me directly, though?
That's an excellent question.
Okay, so we'll go to YouTube. That's what we'll do.
Let's go to YouTube.
So folks, follow along with us as we travel over to the YouTube universe. We're going to type in Jeff Zero.
Stupid and Dumb.
Well, there's the Stupid and Dumb picture right up front. Right up front.
Yeah,
front and center. Stupid and Dumb. All right, let me connect this thing. Let's get some Bluetooth action going here, and we're going to it's not really a debut because it's already been launched, but it's the first time you've heard it. Let's give it a shot. Come on now.
Healthcare.gov
Oh,
has
no.
plans for health because you have
They
plans
tricked
for
us. It was an ad. Here we go.
That's not
Here we
part.
go. Here
All
we
right,
go.
Here we go.
Whenever we are young, just look how far we've come. But we're stupid and we're dumb. So we race around the sun to get back to where we're from, back to where it all began, just to hold it in our hands. That despite how far we've come, that our work is never done. And it's stupid that we're dumb.
Gonna leave us wanting more. It's a short track.
Yeah, I write short songs for the most part.
Yeah.
I felt like that one just kind of came to me, just the first line. It's stupid and it's dumb whenever we are young. We're just And despite how far we've come, we're still stupid and dumb. So
When does it ever stop?
we never stop being stupid and dumb.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I get dumber the older I am. You know, like I think whenever you're older teenager, 18, 19, you start feeling like you got it under control. And then your early 20s, you feel like you know everything. And then every year after that, you realize how little any of us really know.
I think that we're born stupid and dumb. But when we're young, we think we're not, and the older you get, the more you realize that you're stupid and dumb. So I don't think you're getting dumber with old age. It's just being
more aware of it.
More aware. Of it, you know, like what's the old saying is, if you want to know something, ask a teenager while they still know everything.
Right. Yeah. For sure.
So.
Well, I love it, and I'm looking forward to more releases. I know that on the last episode that we recorded, we sat there and we played through maybe 5 or 6 tracks, but definitely always want to be kept in the loop. And if we can ever do an album release party for you, I think that'd be pretty rad.
Well, we need to do an EP release for the band.
Yeah.
We got a 4-song EP.
Pick a Tuesday, and we'll do it. I want Denver Williams and everybody else up here so we can enjoy it together. And shout out to McFlys Pub. This is awesome opportunity for Fort Worth Roots to get another public event, another thing that we get to do out with our friends and connecting with the community. I've got Angie here. I've got Dimitri. I've got Jacob behind the bar. And we got Robert over there just totally jamming away on his cell phone. And I know we got more people coming out.
And Zoe the dog is here,
Zoe,
too.
I'm so sorry. I forgot about Zoe the dog. 5 months old now.
Yes.
How's that been? How much piss have you cleaned up?
She has had 2 accidents in the house. 2.
Okay.
And
I watched her have one at Hoppin and one at McFlys.
Yes. But that is because... But
she's a puppy.
She's a puppy, and it's on me. She has... And I've never had a dog, so I've always had cats.
Yeah.
And she talks a lot.
Yeah.
So she's always whining or barking or... But I have learned that there's a particular... I gotta go. You gotta let me out.
Yeah.
And if I don't listen... like, when we first got here, she was... meow, and I thought she was just excited about being in a new place. But...
Yeah, that was at least half a gallon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah. And I'm going to blame the dog. I'm not saying it was...
No, blame the dog.
It wasn't...
She can't argue back.
I had nothing... No, it wasn't me that peed on the floor. I'm going to blame the dog. So.
I got sad news for you and everybody here and our friends that are listening at home or in their car or at the office. Where else can somebody listen?
You can listen in the bathroom.
You can listen in the bathroom.
You can listen at work.
An airplane if you download it, or if you pay for the Wi-Fi.
If you pay for the Wi-Fi. And a lot of times now the Wi-Fi is free on some of the flights.
So I want to see a show of hands if you guys already knew this, but I got some news today. Pouring Glory closed its doors down permanently. Did anybody know about that?
I heard about that from Itchy Richie.
Itchy told you? Yeah, Itchy messaged me and asked if I knew about that. And I don't know any of the details, but I will tell you that it's been a rough road for, that's not a dog joke, by the way, for all of our local businesses. And we fought to keep that place open. And sometimes you just can't swim hard enough against the current.
Yeah.
So anyway, to our folks out there at Pouring Glory, the staff, the owners, everybody that was a patron out there, we feel your pain. That was a special place.
We're all aware of the struggle, you know.
Oh yeah.
But I really, that was a special place. It was. They were very supportive of musicians. They were very supportive of non-musicians. It was just a place you could go and hang out.
And as more and more places turn away from keeping their stages alive with local music, I will say that regardless of any other comment that you have about Pouring Glory, that place was there for the musicians. I mean, they had music at least twice a week, 3 times, 4 times a week. And it was a Fort Worth staple for music.
I don't know any of the details,
No, and it doesn't matter.
and it doesn't matter. But it's expensive. Rent is expensive. You got a lot of expenses, and you got people coming in.
Welcome in, guys.
So what are you gonna do?
We're just gonna keep on keeping on, brother.
Keep on keeping on.
So, anything around Fort Worth you're excited about? I mean, is there something going on in Jeff Zero's world right now that we need to be aware of?
Yes. I just moved to Fort Worth in August. Before that,
Stranger.
I know. But before that, I had spent a lot of time in Fort Worth, and now I am in Fort Worth, and I've been wanting to get my feet under me a little bit. But you're going to hear a lot from me this year. Yeah. I am planning on, Roy Davis. My buddy Roy Davis has a record coming. Roy Davis, and his own private universe. We're going to have an EP. I'm going to do a solo record. My plan is I want to do 4 albums this year. So
that's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Are you going to do all that with Denver Williams?
I'm doing it a lot of places. The last single that I had for Faces and Names, I did that with Peter Wingera.
Do I know him?
Yeah, he's Denver's drummer, and he's
okay.
also an amazing engineer. So I'm just trying to get as much of this. I have been, I don't know, the universe has been talking to me a lot. I've been getting a lot of inspiration. These are harrowing times, and my reaction to it has been to just be super creative, to it. So keep an eye out, kids.
Well, there is another thing that's on my radar in the Jeff Zero and his own private universe. And I don't know if we can talk about it. Can we talk about it?
We can talk about it whatever you want, man.
Okay. Well, do you have a name for your new company yet?
Yes.
That's something that I was putting together I'm making a brochure. Instead of keeping every sponsor's stuff on our table whenever we go to events, we're going to have a giant box of pamphlets with information about Fort Worth Roots and all of our sponsors. And we're going to hand that out to people whenever we go to things like Arts Goggle or River Oak Springfest Car Show or any other event, including our Tuesdays out here at McFlys and our Wednesday night comedy shows. So I was putting that together, and I was like, wait, I'm missing something. Oh, well, I don't even know what to put down.
It's Purple Web Consulting.
Okay, that was I've heard that. So you were toying with that last time we talked.
I was toying with. My favorite color is purple.
Yeah.
I have purple guitars. I have purple. A lot of purple, and I was just thinking.
There's a TCU tie in there too.
TCU is a little bit,
little
TCU.
Purple, yeah.
So that's Fort Worth to me is kind of a purple city.
It was really purple whenever they got all those botched streetlights. This was before you moved here, but people thought that the city of Fort Worth had put the expense into buying up TCU purple lights. Now, they weren't quite TCU purple, but they were purple. And so at nighttime, certain streets, certain areas, it was just all purple. And turns out it wasn't for TCU. They bought bad bulbs. So they had to go back and change out every single one of them.
Man, why would you, if you could have,
everybody thought it looked cool, man. Nobody wanted them to change it.
Don't. If you got purple lighting going on, I support purple.
It was a distraction, they said. They didn't want people, drivers getting distracted by the purple.
Now, you talking about street lights or traffic lights?
Street lights.
Purple traffic lights would be confusing, but street lights I'm down with.
Red means go, green means, red means stop, green means go, and purple means what?
Purple means go see a local band.
Go see a local band, yes. Need more of that these days. So, man, Hoppin has really been a breath of fresh air working with those folks out there in that nice, pretty new building and getting to hook my friends up, our local bandmates with gigs out there. And we're trying to keep that alive, and I'd like to put you on that stage at some point. But what we're trying to do now is put together 3 band bills so that there's a huge event. You don't have to worry about, one band at a time. You can put them all out there. And then if we get a really great response out of it, what I'd like to do is make it a ticketed event. Now, don't freak out. We're thinking something like $20 for the ticket, but you get 20% off your tab or something like that. And that'll just help us pay the musicians. So
I'm about getting paid. I love getting paid.
Well, and the day
doesn't happen enough.
The day and time of people playing for free should be gone, but these bars and restaurants, these venues that used to be havens for musicians, have pulled back from putting them on stages, and as a result, you've got all these musicians. They just want to get out there and play, so they're willing to do it for free. So the people that were used to charging X number of dollars to get on a stage are having trouble doing that now.
Well, we did play Hoppin. We played Itchy Richie's album release show. And
That's right.
So
That's right. But that was a little bit selfish because that was for me and the Christmas party and his album release thing. That was like a private event that we put on. That was open to the public, but
can it be private and open to the public at the same time?
That's exactly what we did. That's exactly what we did.
That's what I love about you, Andrew. You are just going to do your own thing. A private event that's open to the public.
That's right. That's right.
It was free, wasn't it? It was.
Yeah, we weren't. I never charged for these events, but I don't know if I should mention his name. It's not like a big secret or anything. But I was talking to a musician, and he suggested that we do a ticketed event. No. Stay back. Too many chords. Little puppy. Little 5-month-old puppy.
She's not very little.
So I wanted to tell. We got to talk about the elephant in the room, or the spinny thing on the table. We started doing this as another way to get people off their butts and out to events. And we started giving away prizes, THC gummies from Thrive Apothecary, and
I'm in. I want to win that.
Facials and body scrubs from the Body Scrubbery, and even cash prizes. But here's my confession to you. It didn't help get people off their butts. We really want you guys to come out and hang out with us. So what we're going to start doing on Tuesdays is something to do with these raffle tickets. And I've been given a certain amount of money to pay for marketing. So I'm going to try this out. Instead of putting money towards Instagram ads or spending a bunch of money on flyers or anything else that I could use the marketing budget on, I'm just going to give it to our friends. I'm just going to give the money to people when they come out to show their support for the musicians, have fun with us, hang out. Do you think that's a good idea?
I think that bribery is always a good idea.
I am not bashful about it.
No,
it is a bribe. I will
can
bribe you to come to these events.
So if you are susceptible to bribes, if you are the kind of a person who can be bribed, I suggest coming out to Fort Worth Roots events and spin the knob, spin the thingy, and be bribed. And that's what it takes.
Our audience is growing. We've had 2 more people walk in since we started the recording. And so they don't know that we've got this microphone set up for them. Everybody in the audience, you can walk right up. You can say things into it. It will go into the recording, and you'll be part of history forever. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that we should forego our marketing budget and just give you guys the cash instead? I mean, is that a good idea, or does that sound like a bad idea? Well, I can't hear you from over there. Microphones don't work like that. So I don't know. I'm dealing with that internally. I'm trying to decide if I told people, hey, we're going to get about this. I think this is the way we do it. I'll just let the cat out of the bag. I got $400 to give away in the month of January. So what if we did it like this? Like there's a $200 grand prize, and then 2 $50 prizes, and then 4 $25 prizes. And you put your name in the spinny thing whenever you get here to an event. And then every time we do one of these events, we pull a card. And and we do it that night, so they don't have to wait. If you didn't win, you can come back for the next one. If we pull your name, you win again. Or you win that time.
How about this? You come out.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to
No, I'm here for ideas. I'm legitimately asking.
So come to a Fort Worth Roots event.
Okay.
You put your name on a ticket.
Which are right here, by the way.
Which are right here.
These
you can
tickets
put your
right
name on
here.
it. And then at some point during the evening, you spin the wheel, you pull a number out.
It'd have to be at the end of the musical set.
At the end of the musical set, you pull the number out. If you're here, you get $50 cash money. If you're not here,
it goes back in the drum.
goes back in the so the next time there's a Fort Worth Roots event, there's $100.
Yes. Yeah, and that's the way we did it whenever we started doing the prizes. If nobody won, we just rolled it back into it. So if we were giving away $50 and they weren't there, it goes into the pile. So, and we got Robert coming around. You got any input on that idea, Robert? There's the microphone, right?
I'm thinking, man.
You got to put your mouth close.
I gotta put it on it, you know.
You got to put your mouth on it, Robert. That's how it works. We know that's how it works.
Robert has been a longtime supporter of the Fort Worth Roots podcast. We love seeing him out here. Thank you for being here, bud.
You're welcome, man. It's always
A little bit closer. You can take that mic out of the stand if that's more comfortable for you.
A lot easier.
I had it set up for a 4'10" person.
Yeah, not a 6'3" giant like me.
Right.
Yeah, I enjoy coming out to see you and everything. Every time you're up here and I see you, it's from my bedroom window.
Right across the street.
Hey, get to go see Andrew and hang out for a minute. The way you're doing that raffle though, it's unique. Like, so did you have to be in person to get your prize kind of deal, or?
Yeah, the idea is that you come out and you're enjoying the show. You whatever, put your name in the spinny thing.
Yeah.
And then after the musician is done at 6:55, we pull a name out of there. And if you didn't win,
you go back in it.
It goes back in the.
No, is this the
or
same?
it stays in there. If we pull it and you didn't win, it's going to stay in there. Somebody else will get the prize.
Yeah.
If you're not here, then we put it back in there. You got another chance to win some other time.
Is that the same one you were talking about on Instagram about 2 months ago?
Yeah, we were doing the spinny thing. The problem that I was having, two problems. One, it's hard to coordinate with people to get them their prizes.
Yeah.
And then the second thing was it doesn't help get anybody involved with the community. It doesn't help get them out to the events.
You're right. Yeah.
Anyway, I've got a marketing budget, and I can't just, excuse my French, piss it away on
I don't blame you.
prizes that we do on the show. But
Yeah.
if you guys will come out, then that's what marketing is.
Yeah.
So I can use my marketing budget for that.
And the more people you get out to an event, the better the company that you're hosting it at does, and the better you do, because you're also making new followers because they're bringing friends over that have never heard of you before, or they just haven't looked at your stuff.
So we got one vote for don't give it to Instagram, give it to you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What else you got, Robert?
I don't know, man.
You're on the Fort Worth Roots.
I know.
Well, thank you for being here, brother.
Yeah, it was good
Appreciate
being here, man.
All right. I don't know.
Make too much noise on that.
You might have to beta test that one, see if it pans out well. Oh, we got Karen in the house.
Karen in the house.
Karen has been at McFlys Pub longer than anybody else because Garrett's not here. Oh,
Zoe.
sorry, Karen. We got our guard dog running the room now.
She's obviously neglected and nobody pays her.
Stupid and dumb. She's not stupid.
She's not stupid.
She's
not
just
stupid.
high energy. She's 5 months old, man. You got another year before she starts calming down. What's that dog sniffing at, Karen? Nothing. If you guys haven't been out to McFlys Pub, it's a pretty rad little spot. It's a 1980s Back to the Future themed bar. They've got a really badass patio area, fire pit. It's got to be the biggest fire pit in the city of Fort Worth. There's one that's comparable. I was over at the Shaw's the other day on Magnolia, and they have a pretty good size
We had
fire
lunch at
pit.
Shaw's the other day, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
That's my new spot. I love that place.
Dude, the burgers
Their
there
chicken
are
wings are
fire.
phenomenal.
But the burger. The burger
haven't
with the,
had it yet.
With the fried egg
Or
on
did
it.
did I have a burger
We
that
did
day?
have a burger that
Okay.
day.
Well, that's how good the chicken wings are. I don't remember them. I don't remember the burger. So what kind of what do you got lined up for us today on your set?
I don't know.
Because you had so much time to plan for this.
I did have a lot of time to plan for it. It's funny. The longer I do, when I was a much younger musician, I would fret. I'd write out my set list. I'd scratch it out. I'd
It's a big
rewrite
deal.
it again. Big deal. And when I play with the band, we have a set list that we 99% of the time
Try to follow.
Yeah. But sometimes you just, and then if I play by myself, it's really kind of what song falls out next. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're going to hear tonight.
Okay. Well, I'm all right with that. And again, thank you so much for covering down. And if our buddies over at the McGrath Project are listening, we hope that you guys are feeling well. And we're really looking forward to let me just double check, but I think we said the 28th. We've rescheduled them, and I was told that we are good to go. They inked it into the schedule. So, Gary, we inked it in January 28th. So we will have the McGrath Project out here not next Tuesday, not the Tuesday after that, but the final Tuesday in January. There's a lot of Tuesdays. I guess there's only 4. Feels like a lot.
I think there's 4 Tuesdays. I know there's 52 Tuesdays in a year, typically.
Sometimes not, right?
I don't know, unless it's
How does
leap
that
year.
work?
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a Tuesday. There's 52 weeks in a year. Every week has a Tuesday. But if the year starts on Wednesday, does that count as a Tuesday?
Absolutely not.
So but then if there's 365 days, does that mean you end a year on a Tuesday?
You're hurting my head.
I don't know.
You're hurting my head.
It's too much. It's too much.
Well, before we get out of here, ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time with us on the Fort Worth Roots podcast, we've been going for 5 years. We are the winner of Best of in Fort Worth through the Fort Worth Magazine, the Fort Worth Weekly, and I'm only telling you that because there's a lot of podcasts out there. There's a lot of people doing this, and more power to them. I'm glad. I think that it's a benefit that there are hundreds and hundreds of thousands of podcasts. I think that's great. Everybody should have a podcast, but this is a little bit different. We take it very seriously, and we genuinely want you to enjoy this and help us be a connecting fiber for you and for the city of Fort Worth. Our morning show is Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. It's available on all streaming platforms, and the goal of that show is to be a 20-minute, 30-minute long episode where we just get you laced up on what's happening around Fort Worth and some of the major news stories. We don't touch anything political because you get enough of that shit throughout the day. But it's just, and we tell good, happy news stories, a little bit of space news, and just try to keep you up to date with stuff that makes sense.
So what is the latest space news, Andrew?
More satellites. It is alarming how many satellites they are throwing into the upper atmosphere. It is insane. There were 32 launched yesterday or the day before.
Really?
Yeah, Elon is like obsessed with satellites. Like he is trying to break records every year. And he has. The last 2 years, he's broke records launching satellites.
So when is the Fort Worth Root satellite going to get launched?
We will never have a satellite because I think there's enough satellites. We ought to be able to piggyback signals off of other people's shit. You know, there's a phenomenon or I don't know what you call it. There's a situation, and it's got a name, and I can't ever remember the name of it. But whenever these satellites start bumping into each other and creating space debris, we can actually get locked into the planet. And we'll never be able to leave. So I'm not looking forward to that. Quit launching satellites into outer space.
Come on, Elon. We have enough satellites.
For every one you put up, you bring 2 down. How about that? I know the math doesn't math on that, but I don't care. Quit it.
So if you launch them from Atlanta, would they become Georgia satellites?
Eventually.
That's a music joke.
It flew right over my head. That's a satellite joke.
That's a satellite joke. Yeah. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. You get more than your money's worth at every Fort Worth Roots podcast.
If you're an event promoter, if you're an organizer of any kind, if you have a 501c, if you are putting something together, if you're a musician and you just have a gig coming up this Saturday, make sure, let us know. Email us an audio clip of you talking about that event to media@fortworthroots.com, and we will play it on our morning show. Again, that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 8 a.m. every single week. We record that from a place called Hoppin, and that is located on Weisenberger Street right next to Doc's Records. And I am trying to come up with elaborate ways to get you to come out and hang with us. I thought about it today, and I think we might start doing turtle races. Is that okay? Like, would PETA have an issue with that if we take really good care of these turtles? Would you go to a turtle race?
Would I go to a turtle race? Will there be jockeys?
Turtle jockeys?
Yeah.
Like somebody's going to ride the turtle?
Well, you could put
Now
like
it sounds dangerous.
like a Ken doll and a Barbie doll and a G.I. Joe doll and a Raggedy Ann doll.
How are you going to fix them to the turtle? That's where it starts getting tricky. Now we're hurting. You don't want to put any kind of adhesive on there.
Well, the jockeys are responsible for keeping on the. Nobody puts an adhesive on the Kentucky Derby. The jockeys hold on.
Okay.
We need sentient.
We'll look into it.
We need sentient dolls.
I just want to make sure that we are taking care of these turtles if we do turtle races.
Or monkeys, little monkeys.
But if you have a better idea for what it would take to get you off the couch at home, let us know. Otherwise, we're going to start gluing Ken dolls to turtles. You heard him. That was Jeff Zero said that, not me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for putting up with us as we just kind of messed up your airspace there for a little bit. We have Jeff Zero tonight. He's going to play for us a little bit on the stage until he gets tired of it. And then next up, we've got open mic night with Tommy, Luke, and Dippy Dog.
Dippy the dog.
Every Tuesday night right here at McFlys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening, and we will see you for the next one. Jeff Zero, one more time from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for saving the day. It was a troubling time for us. The McGrath Project has rescheduled, and they will be playing for us, I believe, the 28th. I don't have the calendar in front of me. It always makes me nervous spouting off stuff if I don't have the information right in front of me. But I believe it is. 28th, it's the McGrath Project, and they are pretty kick-ass. I'm looking forward to it. It was sad that they had to cancel, but I understand completely. Guys and gals, if you have any availability on your Tuesday to swing by and just hang out with us, this is something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, a daytime live recording in front of an audience type situation. And our buddy Dan out there at McFlys Pub has given me a little bit of a marketing budget. So I'm going to spend that on pizza and cash giveaways. If you guys will come out, show your support, and watch us do this recording. We have a mic set up so that you can chime in and be part of the show. But we're going to do it every Tuesday. And, if bribing you with pizza and cash, if that's an effective use of the marketing dollars, we'll do it that way. But if I buy 8 daggum pizzas and I have to eat them all myself, that's a disservice to McFlys and my waistline. So come on out, help me eat this pizza. And we are going to do the spinny thing. I don't think I talked about that in the intro. Probably not in the video either. I don't remember, but the spinny thing is our little, you put a ticket in it and we draw a name and give out prizes. So we're going to allow you to put 2 tickets in the spinny thing every Tuesday if you show up to McFlys. You can also, whenever we do the Monday episode on the morning show, whenever we do that, I'm going to do a call out like, hey, email me now. Let me know if you want to be in the spinny thing. When I do that, you can also put your name in the spinny thing by emailing me every Monday at media@fortworthroots.com. Just put somewhere in there that you want your name in the spinny thing, and I'll put it in there. And you can just keep putting your name in there until you win. But we're going to be giving out cash prizes and goodies from businesses around town. So fun stuff. Don't forget, guys, if you have anything going on, a book release, a gig coming up, any kind of event, a market, whatever, please use us as a resource. Let us help you connect with the community. Media@fortworthroots.com is the email, and you can send an audio clip in there, and we will put it on the next episode. And don't try to time it either, because what I'll do is I'll play it whenever you give it to me, and then I'll stick it in a folder, and whenever the day before it happens, so if you have it happening on like a Saturday, I'll call it out the Thursday before. I'll replay that message. So we got you covered, man. Just send it. Hurry. I need it now. All right. Let's talk sponsors. Let's get into that. You guys know that you can go to our website, media@fortworthroots.com, and hit the Trusted Sponsors tab, and that will pull up everything on all of our sponsors. Our newest one, of course, is with Jeff Zero and his new organization, and he is here for you. So we will have more data on that coming out as he gets the ball rolling, but we're really excited because he is going to be producing a new website for Fort Worth Roots, and as far as I know, it's ready to go. We just need to probably last minute details and ensure that everything's correct, all lined up, pretty and ready to go. All right, so let's go. Fort Worth Float Company is your day filled with noise and distractions, overstimulating sounds and activities. Our daily lives have become overwhelmed with tasks and responsibilities with very few ways to shut off the world for a brief moment. Welcome to Fort Worth Float Company. They specialize in providing sensory deprivation flotation tanks, providing the ultimate relaxation experience. Offering various pricing and packages in 2 different tanks, Fort Worth Float Company meets everyone's float needs. All right, so does it have it here? Oh, I need to update that. Fort Worth Float Company is easy to find. Just type in Fort Worth Float Company into your browser. It'll pull it up. I don't have their website listed here. I got to fix that. Hoppin Fort Worth. Check out our newest sponsor over next to Doc's Records. Well, they're not the newest sponsor anymore, Andrew. A lot of holes in this. 2616 Weisenberger Street, Fort Worth, Texas. No more waiting for the bartender. Simply walk up to the wall of taps, scan your armband, and enjoy. This place charges you by the ounce. A great place to unwind or for your next big event. Find them on Instagram at HoppinFWTX. Catch us Monday through Friday for our morning show. FortWorthRoots.com. We record our morning show at Hoppin, 7 a.m. to 7:20, located here at Hoppin. Have a Fort Worth event coming up this week. Call during our recording window and let us share it with the city. 817-988-1292. The Davis team need information on how to build wealth through real estate? Well, then come out tomorrow to McFlys and talk to Jordan and her team. Maybe you're getting ready to buy or sell a home in North Texas. Look no further than our friends at the Davis team who have sold 2 homes already for us here at the Fort Worth Roots and help us find our next one. Find them online at yourdavisteam.com or give them a call, 817-755-0504. Galaxy Wilderness Disc Golf. Galaxy Wilderness is dedicated to promoting disc golf to the masses for its health benefits through outdoor therapy, exercise, and camaraderie. Find them on Facebook as Galaxy Wilderness Disc Golf. Their email is galaxywildernessdg@gmail.com. And I think now they have a website now. It's galaxywildernessdg.com, I believe. I need to update this stuff. Okay. Their phone number is 682-228-0399. The Body Scrubbery on Instagram at The Body Scrubbery. Online at thebodyscrubbery.com. And their phone number is 925-808-8222. A boutique and unique spa experience. Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. Luxury foot spa. Full body scrubs, infrared heat wraps, massage, bubble tub, mud wrap, facials, couples packages, and small group parties. Go online and find the Book Now tab. Flurry Fitness. No longer a sponsor. Moving on. I contacted them yesterday to see if they wanted to get in on the 2025 year for our music series and everything, and I didn't get a response back. So, but we do appreciate them, and it is an excellent place to get sweaty. Boulevard Brew, great coffee in a rad little space right off of River Oaks Boulevard. A cozy little bar scene in the back with a new home for local musicians. Usually on Fridays. Give these guys a try next time you need a coffee or a place to chill. I go in there every Sunday, almost every Sunday, and I'll sit there and I will knock out more work in a couple hours than I do most days of the week, just because it's a good environment for that. The Wi-Fi is excellent, and nobody's bugging you. So go check that out. 5406 River Oaks Boulevard. Phone number 682-250-2544. Email is brew@boulevardbrew.com. Website is boulevardbrew.com. Eaton Data Solutions. We work to have relationships with... I'm not even going to read this. I need to redo that too, because that's what it says on their website, and I'm sure it's 100% accurate. But I can read the whole thing, and I don't know what I'm talking about. It just doesn't really resonate with me. So let me tell you, Eaton Data Solutions. This gentleman has been working for Fortune 500 companies, protecting the big businesses from data theft. Well, over the years, and more as we continue into history, these guys, these pirates, these dirty little dirtbags, these cyber bullies, they are now targeting small businesses and medium-sized businesses. So you always hear about like AT&T and all these other companies that are getting data breaches or whatever. Well, now they're doing it to mom and pops. So anyway, let their team come in and show you where you're vulnerable and then how to fix it. And that was kind of Richard Eaton's mission here. He saw the change in culture, the cyber crime culture, and he said, well, damn it, nobody's protecting these little people. Like, the only ones that can access these tools are the large companies. So Eaton Data Solutions stepped in, and they can help you make sure that you're not vulnerable for a cyber attack. Find them online at eatondatasolutions.com, and there's a convenient little drop-down tab where you can schedule an appointment. Roofing Solutions by Darren Hauk, the OG sponsor. Roofing Solutions can help you with all your residential and commercial roofing needs. Roofing Solutions by Darren Hauk is locally owned and operated, which is very important because whenever we have one of those storms and then you get all these roofing contractors pouring in from everybody, every state, all over the U.S., right here, knocking on your doors every 5 minutes, it's ridiculous. Anyway, you want somebody local. So, and whenever the storm hits, they start paying for like advertising. And it's harder to find local people because they're just flooding the internet with their paid ads. So put this in your back pocket so that whenever something happens, you know how to get a hold of them quick. Somebody was telling me a story about, and totally not in the same room as like my roofing friends or anything like that. It was totally unprompted. He's talking about his landscaper approaching him after a hailstorm and being like, "Hey, I'm here to give you a roof estimate." He's like, "What are you talking about? You're one of..." Oh, that's what it was. The guy was a Site One customer. Site One is a irrigation and landscaping supplier here in Fort Worth, and this guy worked for Site One, and so he recognized the guy when he rolled up to give him a quote on his roof. He's like, "What do you mean roof? I know that you're a landscaper." And the guy was like, "Well, yeah, but I also roof." You don't want that guy. He could probably do it. But like if you had an issue later on, like any issue, and you contact him, well, it's, a month down the road. You didn't know there was an issue because it hadn't been raining. But now it's raining. You got a leak. And you call your roofer, and he'll get to you when he can because now he's busy on a landscaping install or something like that. It's ridiculous. Anyway, you need somebody reputable. Darren Hauk at Roofing Solutions, by Darren Hauk, and you can find them at roofingsolutionshauk.com. Phone number is 817-882-6520, and if you mention Fort Worth Roots, they will give you 50% off a roofing tune-up. 6104L TJG Barnett Road for McFlys Pub. Badass little 1980s Back to the Future themed bar with an excellent outdoor patio, complete with fire pit and room for your fur baby. Daily drink specials and fun activities almost every day of the week. See what's new at McFlys on their Instagram page at McFlys Pub. And, of course, every Tuesday, right out there for the Tuesday recording. I'm scanning back through this because I feel like something was not included here. All right. Well, I think we got it all. Dadgummit, man. Worst read ever. I usually have my notepad in front of me, and I did not bring it with me today. So a little rough around the edges, but gave me an opportunity to see what needs updating on the website. So, all right. Oh, boy, I really feel like we're missing something there. That is it. We're done with the ads. If you guys are interested in supporting the Fort Worth Roots podcast, I promise you our reads generally sound a lot better than that. We are getting ready to launch our live music series, and these are the final days as we start getting ready to promote and print banners and pamphlets and all that good stuff. Now, we can always redo the pamphlets, but the banners, once those get cut, you're going to have to wait a couple months. So let me know if you've got a business and you're looking for a way to connect with our friends, our listeners out there. Media at Fort Worth Roots is our email. Yeah, sorry. I'm struggling this morning for some reason. Oh, yeah, because I didn't sleep last night. You guys ever have crushing heartburn for no damn reason? Okay, just me. Got it. What else? Is that it? I think that's it. Okay, we've got the morning show Monday through Thursday, and we do a recording at McFlys every Tuesday. And we are looking for one more thing that we can do on Thursdays. I'll let you guys in on a little secret because I don't think it matters. But I'm trying to get a hold of somebody out there at Cowtown Coliseum because I think it would be rad as hell. They do a Thursday night rodeo. And I think it'd be really cool to get out there and do recordings with their athletes. And that could be like our Thursday night thing. Maybe it's a really quick episode We just sit down with some of the athletes and be like, cool, man, you did really good out there. Tell us how you got into this. What's next for you? Where have you ridden before? Have you won any awards, any belts? However, do they win belts, trophies? What is it? Anyway, well, we could figure out if we were doing recordings out there every Thursday. But it'd be a way to get involved with something that's very Fort Worth. And I've tried a few times. You can look back in the catalogs there. Clayton Cullen? Couple of guys out there at the Cowtown Coliseum. And they were great recordings, and I really wish that we had gotten more involved with them, but the wheels of time just kept turning. And before you know it, we're 2 years down the road looking in our rearview mirror going, where'd our rodeo friends go? So anyway, that's one idea. But we want to do one more recording a week. That'd put us at a healthy 6 recordings a week. Jesus. Help me. By the way, if you would like to be a part of the Fort Worth Roots podcast, I mean like a serious part, I don't think I can pay you yet. Maybe one day. But we are looking for help. Please, God, help me. Come on out. Help me do recordings, talk to people, run these events. That'd be great. Surely there's somebody out there. Okay, that's enough. Thank y'all so much for listening to this episode. Come see me tomorrow night. Tuesday, that is the 14th of January, and then every Tuesday after that, we'll be at McFlys Pub. All right, we'll see you later.